Hola, peoples. Hello and welcome, y'all. Um, yeah, good good morning. It's 10:17 a.m. here in Northern California, May 30th, 2024. I have been thinking about this is what I've come up with, as you can see on screen. I feel like we will call this sort of show, this series, Cardweaver and Witch, Grimoire of the Ever Unfolding. That is a mouthful, but we got it. I was thinking card slinger, but that's just not my thing. That's not I use it sometimes, and I'm like, I don't feel that that's I don't know, throwing cards at people. Um Card weaver makes more sense for me, because I feel like when we talk about the cards, when I'm reading for people, when I'm sharing insight, it's like this. It's weaving stories and tales, and pulling together all the different aspects of the tarot, right? Astrology and numerology and symbolism and all the stuff. And so we're weaving together different aspects of the card and formulating something to talk about. And I'm a witch. And yeah, so I hope that you enjoy. I'm playing around with graphics. That's why it took me long to do this, to get here today. I had to create it. Like I just had to. It was in my mind, and I'm like, I can't go through with this episode without making these slides. And here we are. So I did my thing, and here we go. So the seven of Pentacles, the seven of coins pops up today for us to talk about. Um, I actually I used to not really comprehend this card that much. It's like, man, it's just kind of dull, kind of boring. But no, it's not at all. The more that I experience, the more that I live, the more that I process the card. It's really cool. Well, hello, Dragon Dancer, welcome. It's really cool. If you look at the image and you pay attention to the sort of the stance of the figure and the way things are laid out, if we observe the posture of the figure in the Seven of Pentacles, you can see kind of, first of all, he kind of has a long ass torso, like just a long body. It's kind of awkward, but cool. Celebrate all aspects. I just realized that it's very long. Um, anyways, and so if you pay attention to the posture, he's not like his back isn't towards the right of the card. It's not, and the front aspect is that he's not closed off to the left of the card, right? So we can express that there is a fluidity here of past and future, and he's kind of positioned where he's forward facing, but he's looking down at his crop, right? And so we can kind of take from that he's aware of the past and aware of the future, and there's nothing so important that he's getting caught up in what was and what could be. He's paying attention to what is right now, and he's looking at what he's grown, right? And so, directed where the past and future flow seamlessly. You can see like the flow of energy is just there, just going. It's just going. And you can see how he gazes contemplatively at what he has cultivated. He's looking at all of his coins. He's looking at all the things that are growing, and some of it he's kind of like taking a sample of, and he's enjoying. So embodying a pause that allows him to appreciate the fruits of his labor. This pause is crucial, right? This pause is crucial, so important for all of us. It's not just about waiting, but about appreciating and assessing the progress made. I feel like a lot of us don't allow ourselves to embrace that pause. A lot of us, I'm so guilty of this, which is fine. I admit that. But it's just hustle, hustle, hustle. I have to do this and this, and it's so important that we allow ourselves that pause to appreciate what we've done, to celebrate those wins, those successes, and to allow ourselves to sort of take it all in and catch up energetically, spiritually, emotionally, physically, allowing all of that to sort of you know catch up, right? And guess what I've done with this as well? So we have that aspect. And look at like so fancy, so fancy. Now you can see what I'm talking about. And so like the practical applications for that aspect of the card is like mindful reflection. Reflection has been coming up a lot lately. I think it's so important, especially with tarot, like when we're pulling cards and talking about them with ourselves and with each other. Mindful reflection is important. So regularly schedule times to pause and reflect on your current projects or life path. Use these moments to assess what has been accomplished and what lessons can be learned. This could be a monthly or quarterly review of personal goals or career objectives. And this is a really cool thing to do, especially when this card pops up, because this card is associated with the, is it the third decan of Taurus, the Saturn in Taurus. And so there is this kind of like slow, beautiful appreciation of things. But Saturn is like, we have to sort of like really be mindful and kind of limit exposure where it's not necessary. And so when we have this mindful reflection here, we're able to go over and assess like what we've done, what we've accomplished, and be really proud of ourselves, and also recognize like, you know what, this thing, it's not working for me. I'm not a fan. And with Saturn's influence, we can say no, right? Affirm that boundary, like this is not for me, and so I'm going to cut this out, right? Because it's not it's no longer relevant to where I'm headed. It's no longer an objective of mine, right? And so I think that mindful reflection in this aspect of this card is so necessary. Enjoy the moment. Again, we can see in the card, it's like if you're watching the video, right? Eventually I'm going to turn this into a podcast. So I'll have video and then I'll have just the audio. So enjoy the moment. Learn to appreciate the present state of your efforts, even if they haven't fully come to fruition. Celebrate small successes and milestones as they contribute to larger goals. So, what do you, where in your life right now, in whatever situation that you're in, how can you sort of, let's go back here, look at the card here. How can you sort of become the Seven of Pentacles, right? Just take a moment to pause and to look at how far you have come. Look at how far, I've come in contact recently with a lot of people who are talking about healing, the process of healing and being healed. And there's a lot of interesting mentality where we can heal something like for good. I don't know. I'm trying to make sense of that. They think that you can just be healed, right? You work through it, you're healed. And it's like, no, healing is a lifelong process. Healing isn't something, it's not a one and done, is what I'm trying to say. Healing is a lifelong process. And so, like with this card, it's saying being mindful of how far you have come, appreciate that, take stock and celebrate that, honor that, and know that this is a stepping stone. Know that this, I'm having massive deja vu right now. I'm so sorry. It's like freaking me out. It's like really intense at the moment. Oh my god. I had that yesterday too. That's sorry, it was just awkward. And so, with the seven, it's recognizing this is, we're here on this physical earth. As long as we're here, we're experiencing, we're here to enjoy, we're here to grow. And so, yes, we can work on healing, work on generating these crops and all of the things, but understand that just because we take time to appreciate, it doesn't mean that's where it's always going to be. So appreciate where you're at right now, appreciate that part of your story, and then go back to work, get back to it, right? So enjoy the moment. you know Strategic planning. Use the insight gained from your reflections to make informed decisions about future actions. Adjust your strategies based on past outcomes and current assessments to better align with your long-term objectives. It's another like really great aspect to this card is strategic planning. So it's really taking time to catch up with ourselves, like, okay, this is where I'm at. This is what I'm going through. This is what I've worked at. This is what I've learned. This is what I've gained. I've realized like this thing right here, it's not working for me. It's not working out. And so I can let that go and then focus on other things that are going to work out. So it's like it's the weeding process, right? So it's saying like, let me pull these weeds because they're not really helpful to where what I'm growing here. And I thought they were going to be, but they're not going to be helpful here. And so let me weed these out and let me focus on what I have, and then let me come up with a solution to keep moving forward. um, and another aspect of this card is its association with the earth element. Earth grounds us in our physical world, and this element is powerfully represented in the pentacle suit, right? It's the embodiment of the element of earth. The Seven of Pentacles, rooted in the earthy energy of Taurus, reminds us of the tangible outcomes of our endeavors. Earth's metaphysical essence in this card highlights stability, endurance, and the methodical accumulation of resources, urging us to nurture our physical surroundings and appreciate the slow but steady growth. Slow but steady growth. So we might feel stuck. We might feel like, oh, I want to go, I want to go, come on, let's go. But right now, we might be in that sort of phase where we're slowing down so we can kind of like really appreciate what the lessons learned are, and how to really take that in, and understanding that there's this shift about to happen. And block and delete. Sorry. And so with the Seven of Pentacles and its earthly aspect, we're being guided to enjoy, like even embody the physical moment, like enjoy the physicality of our experiences. Like we're having this very human experience, and let's embrace that. Let's take a pause. It's kind of graduation time around here. Oh my god, my niece is graduating next week. Oh my gosh, she was just a baby like 2 seconds ago. What the hell happened? And so she's graduating. And so I feel like it's for parents and such, it's this time where you're like, wow, we did that. Like we're doing that, and we did that. And there's this graduation process, and you see a human being growing up into exploring who they are, and how they can actually affect the world or influence their own world or whatever. And so I feel like that earth energy is here to ground us and to remind us that let us appreciate, the things that are unearthing right now, the things that are unraveling, and to really find the beauty in those stories, right? And so there's really some physical stuff that's popping up for us, but we will get there. We will get those resources. We will understand that it is important to nurture the physical stuff in our reality, to be present there, and to understand that right now it may be slow, but a slow and steady growth is still growth. So adapt, right? Adapt there. And so let me do this. Boom. Practical applications here, grounding activities. So engage regularly right now in activities that connect you to the physical world. Gardening, hiking, pottery. Who knows how to do pottery? I have a huge appreciation for people who can do that. That is so, like, it's so fascinating to me. Um, so these activities help reinforce our connection to Earth and its sort of stabilizing energy. So to another aspect of this card is learning to ground and do grounding activities, being present in this moment in the physical world. Financial stewardship. So emulate the endurance and stability of Earth by managing your finances with long-term perspective. Budget wisely, save regularly, and invest in sustainable ventures that promise gradual but stable growth. So another card is like, hey, let's look at our finances right now. What are we able to do? What are we not? We don't have to shy away from the topic of talking about money, right? It makes people uncomfortable, but let's not make it uncomfortable. It's not taboo. We all have ups and downs, struggles, and all of it. So let's not freak out. Let's not say we can't talk about it. So it's important when this card comes up to look at our finances, look at where our money is going, and not even if like we can or cannot afford something. It's also like the investment of those physical resources into these avenues, into these spots in our life. Are they a reflection of what we actually want to receive back? Am I making sense there? And so it's like, am I giving money or giving resources to something, and I'm receiving something in return that aligns with what I want? And it doesn't even have to be like a physical, like receiving something physical. It can very well be like, I enjoy what this company, this small business is about. I enjoy what they represent. I love how supportive and inclusive that they are. And so I am giving, right? Kind of like Christians who tithe to the church. They tithe so much percentage of whatever, and then they, that's like something that returns to them, or they feel like as they bless and invest into their church, they are receiving back. It's like that, but like on a grander scale, and not the church, unless that's your thing. It's more of like, where can I invest my resources? I mean, be mindful of where I'm placing my resources and what I receive from that. Yeah. Physical health. Pay attention to your physical needs. Earth reminds us of the importance of a healthy body. And again, I'm not going to tell you what your healthy body looks like or how you achieve that, right? It's not my business. It's not my place. We're all different. But to find health for you, to find, what that means and represents and how that looks for you, maintaining a balanced diet, whatever that means for you, exercise regularly, whatever that means for you, and get enough. That is so important. Rest. Oh my gosh. The sleep, y'all. The sleep. It is vital. I don't get enough of it. But the sleep, everyone, get it. So get enough rest to ensure you have the physical stamina to pursue your goals, to maintain your energy throughout the day. So when this card comes up, it's like, look, take a break, take a breather, collect your energy, collect your physicality, your body, and then get back to it. Get back to it. Go for it. Live your best life, right? So let's take. Oh my gosh, I just got tongue tied. Let me get a sip. What are your thoughts? What do you think? I hope y'all are having a good day so far. I think I like Cardweaver and Witch. I think I do. I think we might stick with that. And our last talking point, magic, ritual, metaphysical stuff. Okay. Embrace the earth's magic. Seven of Pentacles, embrace the blessings of the earth, which involves nurturing our environment and celebrating the cycles of nature. That is really important. Understanding like what cycle in our life, like where are we at in that cycle of life? Like what cycle are we in right now? How can we nurture this environment? Am I in a cycle where it's about release? Is it about banishing or removing or detoxifying? Am I in a death cycle? And don't be scared of death. Like death cycle can be like, I'm going through a process of metamorphosis or change. I'm that, the caterpillar turning into soup for the butterfly. Well, I don't know, you know what I mean? So that stuff. So we could be we can be in a different cycles, and we are asked to pay attention to that cycle and how can we nurture it. And like, I don't want to nurture death, but like, no, we are witches, we are magical people, we are facilitators of change, right? Agents of balance, whatever that means. And so if we are in a death cycle, just using that as an example, we can nurture that. We can say, you know what? I know that there are things in my life that are dying. There are relationships in my life that are dying. There are situations in my life that are on their way out, right? They're diminishing. And so, let me find ways to nurture that. I'm not like pulling the plug on them, but like, let me honor myself and the situation as it goes through this space. Does that make sense? And so it's like, let me do what I can to have a healthy sort of death cycle, and to release things, and to, give the best I can for it, because I deserve that, and everything in that environment deserves that. And so, to nurture our environment and celebrate the cycles of nature, this card encourages us to perform rituals that honor these cycles: planting, growing, harvesting. In our daily life, this translates to managing our resources wisely, being patient with our progress, and planning strategically for sustainable success. Okay. And so, having these rituals, having these little things that we do, or big things, whatever, go big, whatever, do your thing. I celebrate that. But having these rituals that we can do, that we show up in them, and we're actively engaging as a part of our life. The Seven of Pentacles shows up for us like that. It's like, okay, let's be present with our life. What cycle are we in? How do we nurture this? How can we show up and appreciate this phase, this cycle? Yeah. Practical applications. Rituals of gratitude. So create simple daily or weekly rituals that honor the abundance and nurturing energy of Earth. This could involve keeping a gratitude journal where you note down daily blessings and achievements, or, whatever it looks like. It could even be like painting, like get into a space of gratitude and just focus on what you appreciate, what cycle you're in, and how you can appreciate it, and then paint something, or sing. Another cool thing about this is you can actually, instead of like writing, you can ground and center, and then place yourself in the center, like place your awareness, like a little miniature you, in the center of your heart, and then focus on the appreciation of the cycle that you're in, the gratitude of the cycle that you're in, and then kind of audibly express, let go, like release, and focus it on gratitude, focus it on appreciation, and compassion for yourself and your situation, and go to town. It doesn't matter what you sound like, just release that loud and proud, release that audibly, and let that energy like consume you and move you. Eco-friendly practices. Adopt more sustainable practices in your daily life to honor Earth. This could include reducing waste, recycling, using eco-friendly products, or supporting local and sustainable businesses. So when this card shows up, maybe we're asked to be more earthy. Like, let's channel that Earth element, and let's take a pause and see how we can be more like active in that space. And eco-friendly practices might be what we need to be doing. Maybe we want to be more aware of what like companies we support, and who we're connecting with, and all of that. It could be like, what am I trying to say? It could be like the local farmer market, I can't talk, farmers market type of energy, where you're out and connecting with people, and you're locally grown and harvested and all that stuff. Cultivating spaces. Invest time in beautifying and caring for your living and working spaces. Planting an indoor herb garden or creating a comfortable, inviting home office can enhance your environment's energy, making it conductive to growth and creativity. And so that aspect of this card is such a fun thing. It's like looking at what, again, what cycle am I in, where am I at, like what sector of life is this card flagging up for me when it comes up, and then how can I use that to my advantage? How can I use it to maybe cultivate a space of beauty and appreciation? And maybe it's just shifting things out. Me too. Thanks. I do. I do. The more that I sort of like dissect it and go through different aspects of it, the more that I appreciate it. It's a really beautiful card. Um and so and so, cultivate spaces of beauty, spaces of nurturing energy and things that we enjoy. And so you can see where the seven of coins, the seven of pentacles, is like the long-term view. It is sustainable results. It's investment, paying attention to where we invest and knowing that as we invest, what we give also returns. And it's not like I give you 50 bucks and then I get 50 bucks. It might be I give you 50 bucks to support your business, and because I love the product you make or whatever, and in return I receive like an energetic blessing, or in return I receive that type of I'm attached to that energy, right? And I share in your business, I share in your blessings and your wealth, and so in return I'm tied into that. And I feel like that's kind of where we need to be a lot lately when this card pops up, is our awareness of what we're entangled with. Oh my gosh. So with that being said, thank you so much for participating. Thank you so much for letting me ramble and listening. I still have a free giveaway going on right now on Patreon. If you go to patreon.com/House of Blackthorn, you can enter just by signing up as the free tier. You do not have to sign up as a paid tier. You can if you'd like. I offer so much I do. But sign up to a free tier. It's like my newsletter, my way of like reaching out to people, and you are entered into a giveaway to win 3 magical oils and 3 magical poppets. One lucky winner will be announced the first of the first of next week, y'all. It's already June. Can you believe that? Oh my god. The first of next week. They also do have a workshop coming up on Sunday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Cosmic Clearing Essentials. It's so much. It's so much. It's a lot of. I'm giving you so much in content. So I'm giving you this rundown of like why we smoke cleanse. Giving you a basic sort of feel for different like herbs, crystals and curios that are sort of associated with general cleansing. And then I'm giving you like ways to enhance and perfect and fine tune and empower, make your cleansing even more powerful by tapping into planetary influences, the planetary rulers of the day. So, Monday, Moon, Tuesday, Mars, Wednesday, Mercury, all of that, and giving you specific rituals to tap into that energy. And then we're going to be fine tuning that as like herbs, crystals, and curios maybe associated specifically with that planetary influence, to add to the cleansing, right? So much to do. Thank you. Me too. I'm excited too. I am. So if you're interested in that, just reach out to me on Facebook, and we'll get you situated. So thank you again. Let me know if you enjoy these videos. Always let me know. I do appreciate, even if you're watching a recording, let me know, because I enjoy doing them, but I also don't want to waste people's time. So thank you again. I will talk to you. What is today? Thursday? I'll talk to you tomorrow. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Okay, bye.